my channel. And of course, my name is Uche. I am particularly excited for today's video because just like the title has said, it is a celebration of the feat, the great feat of Hilda Baci and the unsung heroes, those who I have called the unsung heroes in all of these. Thank you so much for clicking to watch. Enjoy the video. Now, I'm going to be talking about Hilda Baci, the unsung heroes, and a lesson or two that we can take from this experience of hers and apply in our lives personally. That if you're not already doing that, please, Hilda Baci, you most likely have seen something about her, a video talking about what she has done, the cookathon, yes, that she embarked on May the 11th, ended it on May the 15th, 4 p.m. May the 11th, and then ended it at 8:40, yeah, on the 15th of May 2023. She set out to break the record of the longest cooking hours by an individual, currently held by the one who makes her name or miss her name, Lata Tondon. I hope I correctly pronounced that name, at 87 hours 45 minutes in 2019. So she set out to break this record, and boy oh boy did she break it. She broke the record, she smashed it, and set a new one. Although it has to be said that it's not yet officially announced, all of the T's will have to be crossed, the I's dotted, to ensure that standards were met by the Guinness World Record, so that she will be truly qualified for the title. So while we wait for that, we're excited for her that she was able to achieve this. We cheered her on. We, who she doesn't know from anywhere. The only thing that connects us is the fact that she is a Nigerian just like I am. And then we rallied around her, drummed our support very loudly for her until she finished she finished well. Hilda, I beg your pardon, Hilda Baci is a Nigerian, a 27-year-old Nigerian from Akwa Ibom State, one of the states in Nigeria. She is a presenter, a TV producer, an actress, and a foodpreneur, of course. She has to be a foodpreneur. She has to be in the business of food to have embarked on this particular cookathon. Now, Linda, like I said, broke this record. Our star girl, our star woman. She made us proud as women, as Nigerian women, even if I'll have to narrow it down to that. So it's exciting for me. Here is me celebrating her, telling her that she did well, thanking her for daring to dream and to do all that is possible to ensure that the dream didn't just remain at the realm of dreaming, but that it came to life. So that's Hilda and what she did, why this video is going on, or why it's gonna come up, because she has done something very, very noteworthy, and she deserves all of the accolades coming her way and all those celebratory and congratulatory messages that she is getting. Now, Hilda Baci was a participant. Oh, let me leave this for later. I think there's a more appropriate place for where this particular information is gonna come in. So while we celebrate Linda, there are those who I have referred to as the unsung heroes. Though just like in a movie where those we see are only those who are in front of the camera, those who act in the movie. But we know that for any movie to be worth its name, there has to be those who work behind the scenes, the director, the makeup artist, the costume people, a whole lot of other professionals working behind the scenes to make that movie a hit. That's the same thing that has happened right now in Hilda's case. And I'm going to be giving them a special thank you, a shout out to them for the great contribution, for the great work that they did and how they have contributed to Linda's victory and success today. I'm going to be starting with her family and her mom, because we saw her mom right in the videos. The cooking was streamed on IG Live and on YouTube, and I switched between those two. And I saw videos where her mom was with her mom and her dad. I think that there was a particular clip where it was said that she prepared, in spite of what was happening, she prepared that particular meal for her parents, and I saw a clip of them. But her mom was the one who was more in her face, giving her daughter all of the cheer, encouraging her, speaking words of power to them. You could see that this mother is a very proud mother, and she wants her daughter to achieve what she has set out to do. She celebrated her even after the whole cooking, after the cooking. You could see her excitement. So a big thank you to mom, her mother and her father, and also her family, because in the interview I listened to, I remember her mentioning her brother. So a big thank you to everyone, her family, her immediate family, and even the extended, if there are those who played this role in her life, pushing her, encouraging her. But her family, thank you to you, mom, dad, and brother, and every other person who is a member of her family. Yeah, let me quickly move on to the next I have. In the same interview I listened to last month, when she was talking about what she expects and how she feels, how this is going to go. She mentioned that she was bigger than she presently is right now. So she figured that in order to help her fitness, she needed to shed the excess weight, and that was exactly what she did. So a big thank you to everyone who helped her in her weight loss journey, everyone who helped her to shed weight, the fitness instructor, everyone who was in that team or who helped her with her fitness. Thank you, because you also contributed. She stood cooking for 100 hours, 40 minutes. It's not a mean feat. It's not for the faint-hearted, and she needed to be fit to make that happen. So you contributed a great deal. Thank you to you. I also will want to say thank you to those who believed in her dream. Come on. Very likely she shared this dream with someone. It could be members of her family or a friend or someone who just said, this is doable, this is possible. That person who did it, we don't know your name. We don't know your name. We don't know. You may never be mentioned if Hilda never mentions you. But here I am saying thank you for being such an inspiration, for believing in a dream, even when it was just a dream. For your contribution, I am saying thank you, or we are saying thank you, because it's also possible that there are people who feel exactly how I feel and who will do this if they have the opportunity. So we are saying thank you to you. I won't also forget the medical team, because for every 12 hours she cooked, she had an hour's break. She had a break of 1 hour. She accumulated it, because it's the way it works is she is harboring for a 5 minute break for every 1 hour, but she didn't do that. I think she lumped them up together to make up an hour for every 12 hours. So she went on break for 12 hours into how many? You can do the calculation yourself. Yes, so that was exactly what she did. And I heard while interviewing one of them that for every break, her vitals were checked, those who were on standby with massaging her feet, just to ensure that she's up and doing, and to ensure that there isn't any cause for them. So, members of the medical team, big ups to you guys. A big thank you to you. We are also talking or mentioning her team, those she worked with, those in the production, who put this whole thing together. It was massive. I can only imagine the amount of work, hard work, planning, thorough planning that went into this. So a big thank you to everyone who is a member of this team, because on that day we saw people working, sharing her own, people writing. From what I gathered, from the information I gathered, I gathered that every dish she prepared was written, the ingredients used for the dishes were written, the number of servings written. I guess all of these are the standard required by the Guinness World Record. The people there to ensure that they will be able to say yes, she really cooked and she deserves to take her place by being the one who has cooked the longest, the individual who has cooked the longest. Moving on quickly, where are you? I don't want to miss out anyone from what I have right here. Okay, yes, this is iconic picture with someone I want to believe was her kitchen assistant, held her and was talking to her. At that point, you could see she was really exhausted, and he held her, was talking to her. I'm sure he must have been pushing her, encouraging her, and telling her that she could do it. We all need that kind. We all need that one person who will hold us by the hand through the rigors of whatever it is we have set to achieve, and push us in the direction, being by our side, standing by our side, being the wind beneath our wings to help us fly. We all need that. And that's what I see in that picture. That's what I see represented in that picture. So to you, that man, that young man, so I want to say thank you for what you did. And for every other person, even for you who is watching, because it's possible you rooted for her. A post on social media is you rooting for her. So thank you. Nigerians came out. It became a carnival of some sort, really. Celebrities came out to cheer her on and to entertain those who are there, dancing, eating, drinking. It became a carnival while she was standing doing all of her cooking. So it was a big deal, and it was beautiful to watch, to see that people didn't mind. It wasn't about tribe anymore. Oh, what politics can do. It didn't matter who Hilda was, whether she was, it didn't matter whether she was Yoruba, Igbo. Nigerians were drumming their support online. You could see it, that we really wanted her to break that record and set a new one. So a big, big thank you to everyone who contributed in their way to make this possible. Now let's look at some lessons we can take away from this whole experience, because I want to also be, I want to be able to achieve whatever goals I've set for myself. And it's also good to draw lessons when such things happen. It acts as fuel to drive us in the direction that we want to go. In case you do not know, Hilda didn't just wake up to decide that she's going to embark on this cookathon. No, she's been doing her thing before coming out for the world to see, before coming into the limelight. She owns a food brand. She participated in a competition called Jollof Face of Competition in 2001, winning the competition and walking away with a grand prize of $5,000. So she's been doing things that have given her the confidence to step out and declare that she wants to try this out. In other words, she's been setting personal records for herself and breaking them. If she wasn't doing that, or if she didn't do that, what would have given her the confidence to just come out to declare that she wants to break a world record? So the question or the lesson I'm taking from it is, what personal records have I set for myself and broken? Or have I seen from someone else and decided to break? Because that's me pushing myself to be more, or to be the best that I can be. The same question applies to you. What personal goals have you set, or what personal records have you set and met and broken, whether it's from someone else or yours? Because action, doing these things, just inspires confidence. It gives one confidence to do more, to take on more, depending on whatever the goal is. And when I talk about more, it doesn't have to be breaking a world record. Whatever it is unique to every one of us. But the end goal is to meet up with our goals, break them, and get on what's next for us. So if she had not been breaking personal goals, I don't think she would have had the confidence to come if she had not been breaking personal records, she wouldn't have been able to come out to break a world record. That's one lesson. And then the next one, she prepared well. In the same interview I talked about, that I watched last month, she mentioned that the first time these thoughts came to her was about 5 years ago. About 5 years ago, and she nursed it, prepared, and got to this point where she embarked, she did it. 5 years ago, she had to shed weight. It was that important to her. So when something is important to you, when you truly, truly want to meet a goal, what are you ready to do to achieve it? Do you back down at the slightest sign of difficulty? What are you willing to do to achieve it? What are you willing to let go? She had to let go of her weight because it was going to impede her progress, her ability to stand, because the cooking rule, the rule of it is that anyone who wants to embark on this will stand cooking. You're not permitted to sit. So she needed to be fit, and she went on a weight loss journey. She had to lose the weight, the excess, the weight that was going to prevent her from achieving her goal. What are you willing to lose in order to achieve your goal? What am I willing to lose in order to achieve my goal? Because most of the time, in order to achieve a goal, something will have to give. it's not always the easiest of things to achieve, especially one that is going to be remarkable. So that's the second lesson that we're taking away. She prepared. What are you willing to, how far are you willing to go in terms of preparation to achieve or meet a goal or break a record? How far are you willing to go? That's where preparation comes in. You have to be very much prepared. That's how to show that I need this and I will go for it. The last, but definitely not the least, is the fact that she, I don't want to mix it up, that she has been a go-getter. She is a go-getter. And there's no go-getter who isn't a goal-setter. You can't get a goal if you set nothing. You imagine footballers in a football field just running around. Imagine there was no goal post. Imagine there was no goal post. We don't have a goal post for this team and that team. And they're just running around with the ball. Like, there are no rules, no goal post. Nothing tells who will win and who will lose. And all they will do is just run around the field for 90 minutes. That's how important it is to set a goal. When you set a goal, it puts you in that frame of mind to prepare, to know your destination. It may not be the exact destination that you had in mind, but at least you will be on the track. You will be in line. You're not going to miss your track. You know this is where I'm headed, and you'll do whatever it, I'm looking that way, and you'll do whatever it takes to stick with what you need to do or be in that direction, be on track, and not miss your way. All of these things I mentioned, having that she participated in a competition and won $5,000, has her own food brand, growing, of course. But she has done these things and others that time will permit me to mention. I mentioned she's an actress who has acted in some soap operas, some movies. So she has proven that she is a goal setter who has become a goal getter. Do you know what it takes to desire to want to break a world record? She had to overcome the voices that may have been telling her, asking if it was possible, that thing that makes people feel inadequate, all of this. But in spite of that, she came to the conclusion that she was going to do this and started to put in modalities in place to make her achieve this goal. So goal getters are goal setters. You cannot be a goal getter without. Using the analogy of football, for every goal that is scored, you see there's a plan. Yeah, sometimes, once in a while, what wasn't meant to be a goal will result into a goal. But most often than not, there's usually a plan. This player passes the ball to this player, and then this player is already waiting in front. The defender, what do they call? The striker is already somewhere well positioned to see that once the ball gets to him, he shoots for goal. There's a plan. During training, there's a plan. This is how we will pass the ball. You'll be here. So there is a plan, and all of that will result to goal setting, which then leads to goal getting. So she's a goal getter, but first a goal setter. That's all we will take for today. I'm drawing the curtains. Yeah. On today's video. Thank you so much for clicking. It's a video to really celebrate the achievement of Hilda Baci. I'm so proud of her, super proud of her, a star girl who has made us as women proud, as African women proud, and women in general. Yeah. Thank you so much, Hilda. Thank you for daring to dream. Thank you for daring to do it, not just living it in the realm of dreaming. And I know that it took a whole lot to make this possible. It took a whole lot to make this possible, even for everyone who came on board as a sponsor, not knowing where this was going to be headed. You took a gamble, and here it is paying off. Thank you a lot. And for the doors, the new doors that this has opened up for Hilda, I'm so excited for her, because definitely new doors have been opened, and we continue to wish her the best in all of her future endeavors. That's all for today's video. Oh, I won't forget to ask that you please like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I think I will put the video where I introduced what I'm about on YouTube. Yeah, because I'm relatively new here on YouTube, but that video just gives an explanation of what I'm about on YouTube, the kind of content you're going to get on my channel. Until next time, when I see you, keep being an elevated version of yourself. Bye.